Hi everyone, this is Kay, and today I am endeavouring to participate in the latest challenge organised by Leigh of Leigh's Art Studios and Julie of Art and Junk Journals with Julie, which is a doodle challenge. And I thought I would use my paints just like Leigh and Julie have done. And do you think I can do it? No, because it's totally out of my comfort zone. I mean, I did do an art journal for a while and I stopped because I just ran out of ideas, because I feel more comfortable using paper than I do with art, because I can do things with paper, but for some unknown reason I just can't seem to sort of do things with paints and drawings and things like that. So I've actually made a bit of a start here. Sorry, because you don't know how many tries I've tried to do this. Anyway, this is Mode Lawn ink here, which I've put in this Prima tin that I have here. I don't want to put it over. This is a Prima Basics collection. This is a Dina Wakley lime paint that I will use. And this is a Kaisercraft mist one, which doesn't mist anymore. So sadly, and this is sad that it doesn't actually mist anymore, because it's just a lovely colour, and I just think that it's sort of matches the green, because the challenge for the March is to do greens, and turquoise is like a blue green. So I've tried using the whole smushing technique and I didn't like it. I'll just have a look, I'll show it to you. It's on the floor, excuse me. It sort of was alright. Then I tried to do a butterfly. Well, that's nowhere near like a butterfly, so I'm discarding that one and doing it again. It's a mess. Oh, who would have thought this was so hard? Probably me, because I just me using inks. That's what it is. Just left it as it was, because I actually liked the first one I did, and but I just thought it was a bit dark, and that you wouldn't be able to see it very well, and so that's why I'm trying to do it again. But the trouble was, when I did the first one, I used this tube of green paint that I've had for ages, and I thought there was still some left, and I don't know where the tube has gone. The tube fairies have got it, and it's just disappeared. So no idea where it's gone, which is a bit annoying, because I quite like the darkness of it. And now I don't have anything that's dark. I could mix the colours. Maybe I could do the cream here and the black. Let's see if we can come up with a darker green. Oh, that's a bit too dark, isn't it, Kay? It's a bit of a mucky green. Don't like that one. Let's add some of that in there. Well, that's nice. That's not too bad. Let's try that one. Okay, let's try that one. So it doesn't matter to me if the colours sort of mix up, because it sort of gives you a different look, I think. Not that I know much about it, but I'm just having a play. Oh dear. It's just hard when you don't know what you know, like, I don't know what I'm doing with journals. I don't know what I'm doing with the doodling painting. It's just really crazy, Kay. Really crazy. I'm just going to add some of this lovely green as my paint brush is not clean, so I'll just try a bit more here in the corner here. So I'm trying to get all my shapes ahead of myself, because next weekend my eldest daughter and husband want to go to Womadelaide. Adelaide. So they've asked us to look after our granddaughter for them while they do that. So she's 4. And then my youngest daughter is going to Victor Harbour to celebrate her husband's 40th birthday. I'm just going to dry this with a dryer, and because it's noisy, I'm going to turn you off and I'll come back soon. I am back. Anyway, I was telling you about my youngest daughter and her husband going to celebrate his brother's 40th birthday down to Victor Harbour. They're going to go see Jimmy Barnes. I think I've mentioned it in a previous video. So they need somebody to look after their 2 sons, who are 7 and 7.5 and 6. So we got granddaughter Saturday night and our grandson Sunday night. So by the time they go home, I think my husband and I will be very tired. I've decided that the way that I've done this, it looks a bit like a bug. Now, I know, sorry Julie, I know you don't like bugs, but I think that I'm going to make this into a bug, or a leaf, or a flower. Just think it just looks like that to me. One of those leaf beetles, you know, one of those beetles that sort of have a leaf to cover them over. Is there such a thing? Six legs they've got, okay? So let's see if we can do another one. Okay. Very creepy looking bug, isn't it? Oh well. Okay. And I think I might make this into a leaf or a flower, maybe. Is it a beetle that sort of does the leaf thing, or is it just the leaf ants that carry the leaves on their backs? The leaf cutter ants, I think that's what they call them. I'm not sure. I don't really know lots about insects. So just going to turn that into a leaf. I subscribe to this company called Uniquely Creative, which is an Adelaide company, but unfortunately because of the floods we had in the far north and to the west of South Australia a good while ago now, washed all the railway away. Some people in Western Australia still haven't got their, it's a monthly kit that comes out every month. Some people haven't got their kit for February yet because of the hold up. Because there was no rail services and the roads were closed as well. And the border was tricky because Western Australia has only just opened their borders just now to everybody, because they kept them closed for such a long time because they just wanted to keep COVID out, but COVID got in anyway, so that's why I think they're opening up. Anyway, so some people haven't got their kits for February yet because they haven't been able to be delivered, which is a bit of a problem. So people are saying, you know, what's happening, but it's not the company's fault, it's just conditions, railway conditions haven't helped. Doing a bit of a spine here, a bit of a decoration on the back of this bug. You know what? These actually look a bit like, you know, like, what do they call them? Those flatworm things that float in the sea, you know, like where they sort of have this bit here and these bits come out and float around. It could be one of those, couldn't it? Couldn't have to be a land creature. It could be anything you want it to be. So, yes. So we're so lucky here because the kits were sent out Friday, Thursday. I got mine yesterday. Amazing. Just lucky. So I've done all the fussy cutting already to make with. Maybe I should make that into a sort of like a flappy flippy fling that these things have. They call them sea slugs? Sea slugs? They're almost like cuttlefish, really. In South Australia we have giant cuttlefish, and it's funny because I didn't really hear about them very much until recently, because all of a sudden turned into a bit of a tourist thing because people can go and swim and have a look, dive and have a look at them. And they're in one particular area in South Australia, and they're a bit concerned about pollution. What else do you think our bug should have? Some more decoration? Let's have some swirly lines here. I think that's the whole idea of doodling, is just to sort of do some relaxing, just doodle along. I have to admit that I do just doodle, on the edges of the newspaper when I'm doing the crosswords and I'm stuck for the word. It's funny, I do the quick crossword, the 2-speed one, which is like normal crossword and cryptic crossword. And do you think I can do the big one? No, the big one is just a bit beyond me. I do the code word one, where you've got to work out the letters and the spots. So I'm going to give you a couple, and then you've got to work out the rest of them. That's always a bit of a challenge. Then I do a word search. So that's always good. What's the other one I do? Yeah, there's a few that they do in the advertisers, but 6 of them that I do. Sudoku. Took me ages how to work out how to do Sudoku. My mum loves doing crack the code, she calls them. Which is like the code, but they give you a couple of letters, you've got to work out the rest. This game Wordle is very popular online. I actually, every time I Google it to find out what it, to find it myself, all these other things come up instead of the Wordle. I don't know if I want to do anything else. Maybe I could do some dots around the place to create a bit of a difference, a bit of an effect. I don't know. What am I doing these for, Kay? I don't know, Kay. What are you doing them for? Just to turn them into little other things. Or have you decided it's going to be water or going to be on land? I don't know. What do you reckon? I don't know either. I think it's sort of turning into a bit more of a sort of a sea thing. So maybe these are just other little flotsam and jetsams in this amongst the sea. So yes. Or should we turn them into fishes? Why not? It looks nothing like a fish. Oh well. Having a go. Is that the word? Having a go. Oh, there's a fish there, definitely. Don't know what that's turned into. It sort of looks a bit of a weird fish. Looks like a platypus now. Okay. Oh dear. Maybe I should just turn that into a starfish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think starfish have got 6 legs. I think 5 legs. Let's turn it into a starfish. Since you stuffed it up. You have to laugh, because if you didn't laugh, you'd go, oh, for goodness sake, what are you trying to do? You have to laugh. This is because it looks a bit like a dory. Dory. And Nemo. Should we do another dory? Why not? I love that film. There's another one. Was it Searching for Dory afterwards? Looking for Nemo, Searching for Dory? Oh, can't remember. Whoops, this was a bit like a jellyfish. We'll turn this one into a jellyfish, shall we? Oh, it's still wet, that one. Where's my wet wipe? There's that one. This one dry? This one's going this the other way. Yes. Definitely sea-like. Like I said, you know, the first couple of times I did like a landscape and it looked really nice, but I just thought they were too dark and you couldn't really see the doodles, and I thought, oh, do something different. But now I've got paint all over my pen. It's not working. Let's do some edging. Do we do some wavy edges? Seeing it's sort of like an ocean thing. You've turned it into, okay? I'm going to be looking forward to see what other people do for their doodles, whether they use watercolours or whether they use paper. When I was doing my art journal last year, did some just paint, some with paint and paper. Different things really. But then I found collaging, because I think I get drawn in by lots of papers, and I love paper, the different patterns of papers and the different things you can do with them. So I think that once I've discovered collage, the art journaling, because like I said, I was really struggling for what to do for a while there. It was okay because I was sort of doing some things related to COVID and my own health. Which I found really good for how I was coping with my own health issues, because I would feel a little bit depressed and about, you know, like 1 minute I'll be okay and then 3 steps backwards and have to start again, and it's just tough. But there are people a lot worse than me. I keep telling myself that, but it doesn't help. When, you know, you're feeling really good, and then all of a sudden you take this backward step, and once again you've got to cope with it all over again. It's tough because people say to me, well, what have you got? And I said, well, they don't actually know what I've got. They've just told me I've got an autoimmune disease, but they don't know what it is. It's just related to damaging my lungs. So it was annoying that they couldn't find out what it was, but medical science doesn't know everything, and they can't cure everything, unfortunately. But luckily enough, medication I have to take doesn't cost thousands and thousands of dollars like some people. Medications seem to cost so much money. It would be terrible to pay that much money every year. Anyway, enough pontificating. I think I need some gold. Maybe some Posca pen white. I don't know what it is about the Posca pen. You know, like you buy these things and you think, oh yeah, look, you know, because I wasn't happy with my white gel pen, so I thought I'd buy a Posca pen because I'd seen people using it, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong, because it just doesn't seem to sort of show the white like I thought it would. But then I was watching somebody yesterday, and she said that it's a case of going back over it again, because like the first thing primes it, and then the second thing sort of goes on top, which I thought, oh, that makes sense. So I still don't think it works like I thought it would. Just don't have nice bright white colours. Still it's alright. think it's coming good now. That's good. Because it comes out really watery to start off with, and I think that's what sort of, not like the black. It's not like that at all. The black Posca pen. I bought these like when I was doing the art journaling because I thought it would be really effective, and it is when it sort of works. Alright, we might just leave that for a moment, and let's do some gold, some prettiness. Yeah, I am using watercolour paper. It's from a big watercolour pad that I got from Officeworks. It's not very expensive, and it's an okay job. It's okay. Works properly. Just, yeah, nothing coming through the other side, so that's fine. Maybe you can do some dots on this flappy thing that here that I've decided is part of the whole sea slug, cuttlefish, whatever it is thing. I'm so glad that I have these hobbies. It really does help, and talking to you guys and laughing helps me laugh at myself. You need a bit of laughter. You need to laugh at yourself sometimes, because you know it's not all that bad. I'm lucky that I can do these things. You know, as poor people in Queensland and New South Wales have had, you know, their homes totally damaged. If you were a crafter, you'd have to have had left all your stuff behind. It would be totally ruined. Not just your crafting stuff, but your furniture and your bedding and your towels and your built-ins, and it'd be just awful. I've never had to experience any of those things. Very grateful. But this morning we were lying in bed just sort of listening to the news, and there was a very short, strong earthquake that shook the house, earth tremor, 3.8 or something or other it was. It was in the epicenter was in the Adelaide Hills, and while we were a good hour and a quarter away from there, and we felt it here. We were just lying in bed, you know, just having just woken up, and it was really, an earthquake. Because Adelaide does have some earthquake fault lines along the Adelaide Hills. And there was an earthquake a long time ago that caused some damage to the city centre, but nothing like some people have for their earthquakes. Okay, let's do some fishy ones. Fishy gold. Didn't Dory? No, Dory was a blue fish, wasn't she? And I made them green. Oh dear. Never mind. They still look good. They look effective. What do you think? Can you see the gold? Probably not. I'll bring my paper up for a minute so you can have a look. Like I said, I've done this way too early. Not due till next week, but I like to do my things early. Okay, can you see a bit of the shine of the gold on my sea slug cuttlefish top thing? Oh, there's a bit of shine on one of the paints. Not too sure which of the paints has shine on it. It looks pretty, a little bit of shine. I don't know if you can see that, the shine on the paint itself. Anyway, hope you like that, and saying that's done because I'm not doing it again, and hopefully with a bit more as time goes along, I'll have a bit more of a handle on how to do this water painting / doodling thing. Alright, thank you so much for being with me and sticking with me all the way through it. Please give me a thumbs up, that'd be great for my confidence with doing this, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.